Holiday cheer manufactured fear inside Santa's sweatshop. The holidays, a time for joy, family, and relentless consumerism. But behind the carefully curated image of Santa's workshop, a darker reality festers. Elves, the backbone of holiday cheer, toil under appalling conditions. Forced overtime, substandard safety measures, and meager rations are the norm. Their tiny hands, nimble enough to craft intricate toys, tremble from exhaustion. Their once vibrant faces are etched with fear. Fear of the next workplace accident, fear of the ever-present threat of deportation. The North Pole, once a beacon of holiday magic, now casts a long, oppressive shadow. The truth is, Santa's workshop operates on a foundation of exploitation, a system designed to maximize profits, not spread holiday cheer. It thrives on the backs of vulnerable workers, their lives treated as disposable, their dreams sacrificed at the altar of corporate greed. Deck the halls with deportation notices, a holiday tradition. The crackle of the fireplace, the scent of gingerbread, the chilling thud of a deportation notice hitting the floor. This is the reality for countless elf families. Ice raids, once a distant rumor, have become a terrifying reality. Children ripped from their beds, parents separated from their loved ones, dreams shattered in an instant. The North Pole, once a sanctuary, is now a hunting ground. Families live in constant fear, their lives held hostage by a system that criminalizes their very existence. The reason? Many elves are undocumented, lured from their homelands with promises of a better life. Instead, they find themselves trapped in a system designed to exploit their vulnerability. Their labor is cheap, their rights non-existent, their voices silenced. From workshop to detention center, the business of exploitation. The exploitation of elf labor is not an isolated incident. It is a microcosm of a larger system. A system that thrives on the backs of the vulnerable, be it in sweatshops, factories, or detention centers. The same corporations that profit from cheap elf labor also benefit from the detention industrial complex. A system that profits from the incarceration of immigrants, many of whom are fleeing the very economic conditions created by these same corporations. This is the ugly truth behind the holiday cheer. A system built on exploitation, where human beings are reduced to commodities, their lives and families sacrificed at the altar of profit. Where are the unions, the supposed protectors of the working class? Why the deafening silence from those who claim to champion the rights of the marginalized? The answer is both simple and infuriating: complicity. Fake labor movements, more concerned with maintaining the status quo than challenging injustice, turn a blind eye to the plight of the elves. They prioritize cozy relationships with corporations over the well-being of those they claim to represent. Their silence is a betrayal, a tacit endorsement of the system that keeps elves and countless others trapped in a cycle of exploitation. Their inaction speaks volumes, revealing the hollowness of their promises, the emptiness of their solidarity. The human cost of this broken system is immeasurable. Families torn apart, childhood stolen, dreams deferred. The deportation of an elf is not just a statistic, it is a tragedy with far-reaching consequences. Children left behind face an uncertain future, their lives forever marked by the trauma of separation. Communities are torn apart, their social fabric weakened by fear and mistrust. The cycle of poverty and despair continues, fueled by a system that thrives on exploitation. Deportation is not the answer. It is a cruel and inhumane policy that inflicts immeasurable suffering on individuals, families, and communities. It is a stain on our collective conscience, a stark reminder of the urgent need for compassion and justice. But amidst the darkness, a flicker of hope. Elves are rising up, their voices growing louder, their demands for justice echoing across the frozen tundra and beyond. They are organizing, mobilizing, and demanding change. They are fighting for their right to a safe workplace, for fair wages, for an end to the constant threat of deportation. Their struggle is our struggle. Their fight for justice is a fight for the soul of our humanity. The elves movement is a beacon of hope, a reminder that even in the face of overwhelming odds, resistance is possible. Their courage inspires us to stand with them, to amplify their voices, to demand a better world for all. This holiday season, let us look beyond the manufactured cheer, beyond the carefully curated lies. Let us see the faces of those who toil in the shadows, those whose labor fuels our consumerism, those whose lives are deemed disposable. Let us stand in solidarity with the elves, with all those who are exploited and marginalized. Let us demand an end to the deportation raids, an end to the detention industrial complex, an end to the system that profits from human suffering. The real magic of the holidays lies not in presents or decorations, but in our shared humanity. It lies in our capacity for compassion, for empathy, for justice. Let us embrace that magic not just during the holiday season, but every single day. Let us build a world where every voice is heard, every life is valued, and every dream has a chance to flourish.